Previously on Night of the Flutterbat. So why is Celestia moving us to Canterlot? Luna asks. It is not safe for us in Ponyville anymore. Applejack knows that. We know too much. And by now, for all we know, half of Ponyville could be under her command. Twilight responds. But what really bugs me is, if they are all vampires, shouldn't they be burnt in the sunlight? However, where the belief that they burn in the sun originated, I have yet to figure out. How do you know so much? Twilight asks. I know you're an independent researcher and all, but you seem to spend an awful lot of time in that field. You must have some other reason. Next thing I knew, there it was. A vampire pony drinking my brother's blood. I panicked where it leapt at me and teleported. For a while after I dedicated my time to learning about them, and even after I stopped focusing on them, I kept all the material, including the book Solar Spells. As he tore through a bookshelf, reading the titles before discarding them, with his voice getting more and more angry with each book. Summons, Medicals, everything, spiders, basilisks! No, 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 no! For the love of Luna, where in the Ecclesia did I put that book on vampires? Would this work on a queen vampire? You do not know this, but the queen vampires have a special essence, she says, and only ancient waters of churches can cleanse. Oh no! She panics as he leaps at her, but she teleports backwards to the door. She cries. They took Spike!
My little pony, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you are my very best friends?
Night of the Flutterbat. Chapter 8. Search the Archives. The two return to Canterlot, where they are greeted by Shining Armor, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Twilight asks. I've brought them here by Celestia's request, Shining Armor says. We know what is going on. She told you? Twilight sighs, looking distressed as they nod. I know, it looks bad. Why didn't you tell us, Twi? Rainbow Dash asks. Well, after I learnt of Fluttershy, I hoped it was just her. In fact, it was only recently we discovered that Applejack, Rarity, Scootaloo, and Trixie were vampires, Twilight replies. Even if you just figured out, Twilight, we are your friends. There is no need to go at it alone or with this stranger, Shining Armor says.
Oh, he's a stranger?
Pinkie says cheerfully.
He's a regular at Sugar Corner. His name is Luna Relic. He prefers Luna, and he's a freelance researcher. His favourite colour is red. He loves chocolate cupcakes and lemon muffins. He normally orders a dozen of each before he goes on a research trip. He enjoys music, books, artifacts, and anything to do with Equestria. It's like a cult version of Twilight.
Pinkie inhales to continue, but Rainbow Dash puts a hoof over her mouth and muffles it. I don't think I would be able to learn so much about them if it was not for Luna, Twilight says. He has a lot of information on those things, but he is not that much like me. It is good to meet you, Luna Relic, Shining Armor says with a dip of the head. Thank you, Shining Armor, and please just call me Luna. The maroon unicorn responds. So, have you guys found a cure or anything? Rainbow Dash asks. The two respond to the question by pulling out a rather large bottle of potion. Is that it? She asks, and they nod. All we have to do is to make sure some of it gets on every pony in Ponyville, Twilight says. If we do that, they may be cured. However, Applejack is a different story. How so? Ramberdash asks. Applejack is a queen vampire, and as such, she can only be killed in special ways. I only know of one, and that is to use the water once used by churches in Linquetia before Celestia became princess. If we can find some of that water, we could help Applejack. The thing is, none of the churches are left standing. We have to find where they got the water from, Luna explains. I'm going to pretend I know what you mean, Ramberdash says. So, if they were torn down, how do you plan to locate this water? Shining Armor asks. The Canterlot archives should have something on them, Twilight says. If not, we will have to ask Celestia. She might know something. I'm surprised that there will be any ponies at all who believe in stuff like that. I mean, the chances of having one pony who was some almighty saviour are astronomical at best, but it did give them something to believe in, and sometimes, if you believe in something enough, it can get you through the toughest times. So at the same time, they make sense.
So what then?
Pinky asks.
Are we two going on some big dangerous adventure that may or may not be life-threatening, and one of us may or may not get totally hurt?
I would like to try and avoid that, Pinky. Twilight says, rolling her eyes at the hyper-pink pony's statement. For now, can you guys let me and Luna get settled? Sure, Rambo says, and the two walk to the castle, where they enter a bedroom. You know, I worry about that Pinkie Pie. Twilight sighs. She's a little too crazy for her own good. What do you expect, working around so much sugar, and she somehow float on a simple party balloon? I will never understand that, he replies. I swear that Pinkie Pie has some divine force or something, because she is a little crazy at times. Trust me, Luna, when I say this, but she is crazy all the time. Twilight says, using magic to move stuff to a dresser. I will take your word for it. Luna smiles as he finishes organising his stuff. So I will see you in the Canterlot archives. I will ask Princess Celestia for access, he says, walking out the room and into the throne room where Celestia was talking to a guard, before soon sending him off. Next to her was her sister, Princess Luna, who nudged her to let her know of Luna's presence. What can I help you with, Luna? She asks. I would like access to the Canterlot archives, he says. For what purpose? Luna asks. Twilight and I have figured out that the potion will work, but not on Applejack. Luna responds. Why would that be? What makes her special? Celestia asks. She is a queen vampire, Luna replies. Simply put, she is stronger than other vampires. In order to cure a queen vampire, we will need the same water that old churches used before you became princess. If we can find out where it is, we can cure Applejack as well. I see, Celestia replies before thinking for a few minutes. Since the Canterlot archives were full of various information that is under very strict access because of its importance or danger. Alright, she finally agrees. I will allow you access to the Canterlot archives, but do not make me regret my decision, Luna Relic, she answers. Thank you, Your Majesty, Luna says, with a bow, before taking his leave. Meanwhile, Ramberdash, Pinkie Pie and Shining Armor were sitting at a table eating lunch at a restaurant. So do you really think that Luna Relic is so trustworthy, Pinkie Pie? Ramberdash asks.
He's helping Twilight, and she thinks he's okay. I have seen him many times at Sugar Cube Corner, and he orders some muffins and cupcakes while talking to Mrs. Cake about his research. In fact, last year, for her birthday, she gave her a cookbook. He got me a cool baking pan that made unicorn head-shaped cookies. I don't see any reason why he would hurt us.
I mean, he does know an awful lot about them, more than Twilight. I think it is a little suspicious, Ramberdash says. Well, he's an independent researcher, Shining Armor says, butts in. Who knows what he might know about? I heard he runs a shop with a bunch of old relics too. Besides, if he was, he would have burnt up this morning when we met. I guess you're right, but could we have something we don't know about? Rapidash says. I think he is okay, Shining Armor says. I mean, he did help Twilight a lot. I see no reason to think otherwise. Meanwhile, Lunarpony and Princess Twilight were in the Canterlot archives, searching for any information on where they can find this special water to cure Applejack. Hey Luna, do you know how Applejack could have become a queen vampire? Twilight asks. No, normally it is a family thing, but the only known vampire family was lost long ago, and Apple Bloom, Big Mac, or Granny Smith shows no sign of symptoms of vampirism at all. My guess is there's another way that we don't know of, but what is important is that we can find out where we can get this water to cure her. We can worry about how she became a queen vampire later, if we worry about it at all. But I will say this, all things have to have a beginning somewhere. Luna replied, looking up from the book he was skimming through. Find anything? Twilight asked him after a few minutes. I wish. Luna sighs, moving to another page. But I haven't found anything in all the books I've searched. He groans. I found something, Twilight says. Really? Luna asked, hovering over to see what it said. In ancient times, before Celestia was the ruler of Equestria, many churches of religions existed. The most famous were the Unitarians, a unicorn-based religion. They believed that magic came from an all-powerful force of good and dark magic from all-powerful force of evil. When a member joined, they were anointed with special water. This water was used also to kill demons and do what was thought to be impossible, cure vampires and return them to living ponies. Legend has it that the lake of the water they use is still filled. Its locations, if believed to be in the darkest depths of. Twilight reads, but pauses as she looks at the last word before reading them. The Everfree Forest. Oh no. Oh. Both she and Luna groan when they read this. Not the Everfree Forest. To be continued.